Hey everyone, it's Michael Phair from Phair here. I hope you're all keeping well, having a good start to the week. Myself and Stuart are busy sourcing. We've got 2 new roles in Glasgow, a DevOps Engineer and a Drupal Developer. So if you sit within those skill sets, I'd love to speak to you. The roles are exclusive, as I say, to Phair. We've done a client hiring manager video. So we've got the hiring manager bringing the role to life, talking about the culture, the company, talking about the role, what it'll look like in the first 6 to 12 months. What kind of person they want, what their management style is. So it really kind of brings the role to life over just a role profile. And on return of that, we'll be submitting candidates back to the hiring manager with a short list of candidates that have done video interviews. So kind of taking and doing the first stage for the client so they're not having to do that themselves in this market, which seems to be very competitive just now. And there's definitely a lot of applications and interest to manage in terms of roles that are out there in the market. So if you are in Glasgow and you're a Drupal or DevOps engineer, then please do reach out to myself or Stuart. The market, again, seems to be getting much better than it was last year. Last year was a market I'd never seen before in my 18 years in IT recruitment. But now we are seeing, more roles coming out. A lot of, obviously, around AI, engineering, automation, and machine learning, data science positions. There's definitely a lot more in that field. And we are seeing, we're still getting business analysts and change management roles, and project managers, but there's definitely a lot less. And the companies that are beneficial to Phair are the kind of SMEs or small organisations that don't have a massive HR team, they don't have a massive internal recruitment team, and Phair can kind of bolt onto them, and manage that process for them. Because you're putting adverts on LinkedIn just now, you're getting 300 applications. Rightly so, half of them are not from the UK and not really eligible, but there's still a lot of applications to process, a lot of people to speak to. And yes, you've got CRMs and you've got tools that can automatically rate candidates and put them out of 10 based on keyword search in their CV, but I think that's just killing it. It's just killing the market, it's killing the way that things are done, and that's why we started Phair. Me and Stuart was to recruitment is changing, but keep it human, and that's what we're doing. So we review every single CV that comes in with our eyes, and we've been doing this for a long time, so we can see people that are the right fit. CVs are getting increasingly almost perfect. So there is a lot of effort, and time put into the process where me and Stuart are speaking to candidates about their experience, asking about the achievements they've had, drilling down the detail to really get to the finite of what they achieved in their role, what they did as a team. Because CVs are just getting so good, with AI and GPT, and you can obviously put a role profile in, you can put a CV in, and it'll give you the best CV you've ever written. So I think experience and being able to kind of tell if candidates are the right fit, from doing screening calls and speaking to them and taking over the first stage interview process with the hiring manager's questions is, more important than ever. So if you are hiring this year and you have a couple of roles on, you really want to get the right fit, you want to ensure that the person, is really switched on, you want a good shortlist, you don't have to sit and look through 100 applications, you don't have to do 50 first stage interviews, then Phair is the answer for you, and me and Stuart would love to speak to you. Thanks.